That's not the stance. The stance is just, oh, America's become so soft. You can't take a joke. Oh, look at these softies. Right. And that's what the Democratic Party has done. It's turned you all into softies.
That's the last thing I wanted to get
yeah, that's right. They're a bunch of softies. Can't take a fucking joke. You softy.
It feels good.
But it's dangerous.
That's the last thing I wanted to ask you, because we got into it a little bit last time. You sent me Abby Richards' work.
Yes, and Abby Richards.
I mean, I've gone on a deep dive of her Instagram.
She's so awesome.
It was awesome. But in your own words, or you can steal hers or whatever, how does that happen? How does someone get
radicalized?
I was searching for a word other than that, but that's a really good one. How does that happen nowadays? I mean, even back in the day, I mean, we had
radicalization is all tied up in emotion, right?
Yeah.
The way that you get someone radicalized is you use their emotional state to your advantage. This is no different really than the same system. You probably have seen guys or girls that have dated guys or girls, and that guy is bad for that girl because that guy is manipulating that girl. And you see your friend constantly make excuses for this guy that is manipulating them. But that guy is using that person's own emotional state to convince them that they're good. Whether that person has lost a loved one, whether that person has self-esteem issues, whether that person has issues about money, issues about whether or not they're loved. They tap into those and get you emotionally connected to them. This radicalization system happens the same way, because there are groups of people that are preying on certain people in society that are in certain emotional states, and they use that emotional state to their advantage. So the first step of radicalization, you'll see this more clearly on Abby has a whole chart about this.
Yeah, she's got a whole
and the first start is when you introduce people that are in a vulnerable emotional state to things that have happened that they aren't aware of. Because in the first place they go is, how come I was never told? Then the next step to that is, well, what else don't I know? So once you get them to what else don't I know, and you end up getting them in a space where they are untrustworthy of information, now you get them to the next level. Is there's information that y'all don't have access to, that even though it could be untrustworthy, speaks to the reasons why I'm in the state that I'm in that you should be aware of. And then what takes that person to the next level, which is usually the level of radicalization, is when those people push back and go, dude, why are you? And the response to why are you is no different than that response that you'll have with your friend that's a girl or a guy when you confront them about this person that they're with and they get angry with you. Why are you interfering in my relationship? You don't love me. You don't care about me. And you're like, what? I'm just guys.
I'm telling you, that's why. Yeah.
And then it goes. Yeah. Next thing you know, you don't hear from this person anymore. They're going off in their own space. That's the radicalization space. It's the same thing. It's a very emotional connection. And this is why I'm such a major advocate for regulation and institutional regulation in the social media space, because this is happening every day. And it was a tactic that we only, it was cool when those tactics were only used by Hamas, or when those tactics were only used by, terrorist organizations. These are the same tactics that they use. Same exact tactics. But now it's happening here with just your, I was just talking to somebody the other day. It was like, my brother's been radicalized. And I was like, had we done the right thing 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we saw this happening with terrorist organizations in the Middle East, and had we not treated it like, oh, it's just happening over there, our family would never get radicalized over here. It's the same exact tactics now, and it's more pervasive because of the access and frequency of information that is not being regulated, and we don't have a defense against it.